15 years ago, people didn't talk about that. Like, work was work and your personal life was your personal life. But this one was really about teaching you how to be an effective human being. If you have a pulse and you want to become the best version of yourself, it is for you. Maria and I were high school BFFs. So we go a long way back, and obviously our lives all, took us in different directions, and we sort of reconnected back like 4 or 5 years ago, and it was just an incredible relationship from then on. It was just a lot of fun, and mixing friendship and business at the same time. Married 17 years. I have an 11-year-old daughter. I retired from a 25-year career. Maria and Sheila were putting together this program and really wanted to get thoughts on, how people would react to it. So I said, yeah, of course. I'm always on the quest for being the best version of myself. Why not? It just became natural that, of course, I would want to hear what the transformational gangster team was creating and what this Mobster to Mentor method was. So that's sort of how I was introduced into the program. Going into the program, I didn't realize it would affect my life in so many different ways, because in my head, it was like communication and weight loss. What Maria and Sheila teach you, and I did both programs. I did the 12-week one-on-one with Maria, so she was my mentor. And then I did the 10-week online with a group of other individuals. Both were incredibly, incredibly valuable in impacting other areas of my life, and the joy, content, and satisfaction that I feel in my life is tied back to these two voices. But if you don't know who those voices are, then you can't correct. You can't correct who's talking to you or who you're listening to. And I think that's what the program really gave me, was the ability to discern these two voices and who did I want to follow based on how I wanted to live my life or become the best version of myself. The one that first comes top of mind for me was communication, so how to be a better communicator at home. So obviously, as a new stay-at-home mom, I was not used to the way things were at home, and, I wanted to, make sure that I was nurturing a loving home and not, coming from a place of being reactionary, because I was constantly frustrated and it was a new lifestyle for me. It was managing a new lifestyle for myself than I've been used to. I said gratitude journaling was the most impactful for me. Finding the good wrapped in the sandpaper was an incredible exercise, because I think that if there's anything that you walk away from, that's a life tool, right? So you can be having a bad day, but now if you're trained or if you know better to look for the good, your brain just goes in a different direction. So I think that's so universal to me. And when you're spending your time looking for the things that were amazing about this day that you're thankful for, it's incredible how much less space in your head that you have for the things that you don't like about your life. So that has been so incredibly valuable for me. I wouldn't say better, different would be one-on-one. It was time with one person talking, eye to eye. What are my personal goals? How can I help you? And tell me about last week. So it was about me, so it was a lot. I could, the dialogue was more personal. I would say for the 10-week online, there was accountability, there was connection, but in a different way, because now what I thought was really valuable about that was learning from 12 other people. And it was just incredible to see 12 people coming together from all different walks of life. And at the root of all of our frustrations or areas where we wanted to improve upon were all the same. They just, as Maria and Sheila would call it, different haircuts, so it was incredible to have a community of people that were complete strangers to us, be that connected because we shared this common mission of we wanted to improve an area of our lives. And oh, by the way, our frustrations probably were rooted from the same thing. You know, it was our mindset. You know, so it was just a really supportive environment, but the group learning was really impactful. You know, one of the things that I always say about Maria and Sheila is that they smile from this place in their being that's like deep-rooted joy. It's just like, you know, there's just those people when they walk in the room, they're like a beam of light. Like that's what I see myself. Like whenever I see Maria and Sheila, they're like a beam of light. I think once you are exposed to the tools that Maria and Sheila have created, you can no longer go back to your old self. So once you get exposed to the program, whether you use the tools once, twice, or never, if you learned it, you can't unknow it. So to me, if you're on the fence, what do you have to lose? You have everything to gain. And I know that's a very cliche marketing, line, but it is the truth. I'm living proof of it. Things can always be better.